My first bow was the traditional bow. The traditional bow, you use mostly your instinct. It's no scope. Of course, you can add the scope or whatever. You can add whatever you want to the bow. But today I got a new bow. It's called a compound. And what differentiates between traditional and compound is these little levers right here. It adds more power. You can like that. And it kind of locks out, if you see, like a triangle. And then you pop it. What you don't want to do, just like any bow, traditional or not, you don't want to dry fire it. You don't want to dry fire a gun either. But definitely don't dry fire a fucking compound, because the string is the bow. The string by itself costs like, well, I can't speak. I'm sure they make other different quality strings depending on who you go to, but I know it's like, I think $150 or more. And that's not counting the installation of it, which I don't even know how to install it. Now, traditional, you can break that all you want. That's only gonna cost you like 15 or 20 bucks plus $10 for installation. So yeah, you can mess up with those, but don't mess up with no compound. You might as well buy a whole nother bow, because that string gonna cost you money. That's a guarantee. What makes the compound more compatible for actual combat is the fact you can do all sorts of customization. It's already combat ready. Like I said, in terms of combat ready, the traditional bow, you gotta step through and actually set the bow, but this is always set. And if you leave the traditional bow like that or like this, it'll break over time. I don't know the math on it, but it's not good for the string or the bow, because the forces are acting against each other. But with the compound, it's already ready to go. It's a little bit more compact. Just like a sword, the shorter the sword, the better. The smaller the bow, the more compatible the bow. The good it's better for actual combat, for close quarters. But of course, you don't want to use this close quarters. It's a bow. So if you're using a bow in close quarters, like Green Arrow or something, you're doing something wrong. Your enemy should be way out there. You should be pre-planning crap. You should be on a building, on top of somewhere. And no, I don't advocate for violence. We already uncovered this now. If y'all go around shooting people with bows and shit, and trying to be Hawkeye, it's up to you, and that's between you and law enforcement. I ain't advocating for it. Vigilantism and shit. But yeah, as you can see, it's camouflage. This is a stabilizer that stabilizes the bow. The brand that I'm using is called Featherlight. It's very silent, just like the traditional bow, which is surprised. I thought the compound would be louder, but this particular brand, Featherlight, is quiet as a feather. But I also added these. I added 2 of these, one on this side and one on this side, that makes it even more silent. It absorbs the vibrations. And you can actually install it yourself, but I let everybody else do it for me so I don't mess up. But just know, the more you can place like 3 of them if you want on each side. But the thing is, every time you place one, it affects your shot. So you got to be careful. For me, I think 2 is enough. But maybe if it's a different type of bow, you might need 3 or might need 4 or whatever. This helps line up the shot right here. I don't have a scope right now. I have a scope, but I'm an instinct shooter. I just look at what I want to shoot and shoot it. And as you can see, I made a center shot, so I don't really care about no scope unless I'm like way off hunting. And let me see. It's more sturdy if you ask me. That's about it, really. Oh, this is Orb vibrations too. These right here, I don't know the name of them though, but I know what they do. Other than that, let's get shooting. Oops. Ah, man. I need a camera person. I'm hiring. There we go. Alright. So just like with the traditional, I'm not as fast with this yet because it got additional stuff that's in the way. But I get there. But my other traditional, I'm like blasting. So you want to take this, you want to set around in the chamber. See, I'm messing up. New bow. Round in the chamber. You want to click it right there. Where you see this spot right here. You see this loop? Well, it should be a loop if your bow don't have a loop. Usually you don't pull it with your bare hands. It got something called a trigger thing. I don't use it. We call it bitch triggers or pussy triggers, P-sleeve triggers. Excuse my language. I'm a man, so I use my hands. If your hands are weak, then use your gloves. Just regular gloves, and there you go. You're round in the chamber in case something pop off. Ready to go. And of course, you got the Mongolian technique or whatever the hell they call it, where you hold arrows in your draw hand. This you can hold it on your bow hand, but it's a lot of stuff in the way. You can hold it in this hand right here like this. But see, it's a lot of stuff in the way. But it's something called a quiver you can attach to it that does that for you. So you're just gonna focus on the draw hand. I'm not gonna do nothing fancy today, so I'm just gonna use one arrow just to show you. Let's see, I'm still in the shot. Okay. Ooh, just a little bit close. I can move that camera. No, I'm gonna just stay right here. I'm out of cover. And that's how you do it. That's the end of my video for today. I'm gonna take one more practice shot, and after that we're done. Oh, come take a look at my spread. There you go. That's close range though. Like I said, I don't want to take no risk and fuck up that window.